Hello, and welcome to another English learning journey. Today, we are going to talk about something many people think about, but not everyone knows how to build. Your dream life. Maybe you have a picture in your mind of the person you want to become. Maybe you want a better job, a successful business, a peaceful home, strong relationships, better health, or the freedom to do what you love. Maybe you want to travel, learn new skills, speak English with confidence, or create something that makes you proud. Everyone can have a different dream. Your dream does not have to look like someone else's dream. It is your life, so your goals should be meaningful to you. But here is something important. Your dream life will not appear in front of you one morning. You cannot simply wake up and find the life you imagined waiting outside your door. Unfortunately, life has not installed that feature yet. You have to build it step by step. And the first step is making a decision. You need to decide that you want to change something. Maybe you are not happy with where you are today. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you know that you can do more, but you do not know where to begin. Do not worry. You do not need to know every step before you start. You only need to know the next step. Think about building a house. You do not build the whole house in 1 minute. First, you need a plan. Then you prepare the ground. Then you build one part at a time. Your life can work in the same way. You start with an idea. Then you make a plan. Then you take action. Small actions become habits, and habits can change your life over time. The problem is that many people spend a lot of time dreaming but very little time acting. They say, "One day I will do it. One day I will learn English. One day I will start exercising. One day I will start my business. One day I will read more books. One day I will become confident." But one day is not a real day on the calendar. If you want something to change, you need to give it a real day. You need to start today. Starting does not mean doing something huge. It can be very small. If your dream is to speak English better, learn 5 new words today. Listen to English for 10 minutes. Speak a few simple sentences. If your dream is to become healthier, take a short walk. If your dream is to start a business, learn one thing about business today. If your dream is to become better at something, practice for a few minutes. You may look at these actions and think they are too small, but small does not mean useless. Imagine putting one small stone on the ground every day. After many days, you will have a large pile of stones. Your daily actions work in a similar way. One day may not change your life. One week may not change your life. But months and years of small actions can create a completely different future. This is why you should not wait for motivation all the time. Motivation can come and go. Some mornings you will feel excited. Other mornings you will not want to do anything. That is normal. Your dream cannot depend only on how you feel. You need discipline. Discipline means doing something important even when you do not feel like doing it. You do not need perfect discipline. You only need to keep returning to your goal. If you miss one day, start again. If you make a mistake, learn from it. If your plan does not work, change the plan. Do not change the dream just because the first plan was difficult. Your future is not created by one big decision. It is created by many small decisions. Every day you choose what to learn, what to practice, what to watch, who to listen to, and how to spend your time. These choices may seem small, but they are taking you somewhere. So, before you think about changing your entire life, ask yourself one simple question. What kind of life do I really want? Take some time to think about it. Do not choose a dream because someone else has it. Choose something that matters to you. Imagine your future. Imagine how you want to spend your days. Think about the skills you want to have. Think about the person you want to become. Then choose one small action that can move you in that direction. You do not need to have everything today. You only need to begin. Your dream life starts with a decision, and that decision can be made today. Once you know what you want, the next step becomes much clearer. You need to turn that dream into a real goal because a dream gives you a direction, but a clear goal gives you something to work toward. Turn your dream into a clear goal. Now that you have an idea of the life you want, the next step is to turn your dream into a clear goal. A dream can stay in your mind for years, but a goal gives you something real to work toward. For example, you may dream of speaking English fluently. That is a good dream, but you can make it clearer by saying, I will practice English every day. Now you have something you can actually do. Maybe you want to start a business. Instead of only saying, I want to have a successful business, ask yourself what you can do today. You can learn about your idea. You can study your customers. You can write a simple plan. You can learn one new skill. A clear goal helps you know where to put your time and energy. Without a clear goal, you may work hard but move in many different directions. Imagine getting into a car without knowing where you want to go. You can drive for hours, but you may not reach the place you want. Your goal is like the destination. It gives your journey a direction. This does not mean that you need to know every detail about your future. You only need a clear direction. Start by asking yourself a few simple questions. What do I want to learn? What do I want to improve? What kind of work do I want to do? How do I want to spend my time? What kind of person do I want to become? Write your answers down. When you write your goals, they can feel more real. You can see them instead of keeping them only in your mind. But be careful. Do not create 20 big goals at the same time. Too many goals can make you feel confused. Choose one or two important goals and give them your attention. For example, if improving your English is one of your goals, you can create a simple plan. Listen to English for 15 minutes every day. Learn 5 new words. Read a short story. Practice speaking for a few minutes. These actions are small, but they are clear. You know what you need to do. You can also give your goal a time. Instead of saying, I will improve my English someday, say, I will practice English every day this month. Now your goal has a clear action and a clear period of time. This can help you stay focused. But remember, your goal should be realistic. Do not create a goal that is so difficult that you give up after a few days. Start with something you can actually do. If you want to read more, start with 10 pages a day. If you want to exercise, start with a simple activity that fits your life. If you want to learn a skill, practice a little every day. You can always increase the goal later. The important thing is to begin. Another useful idea is to break a big goal into small steps. A big goal can look scary when you look at the whole thing. But when you divide it into smaller steps, it becomes easier. Think about climbing a mountain. You do not need to think about every step at the same time. You simply take the next step, then another step, then another. After many steps, you are much higher than where you started. Your goals work the same way. If your dream is big, do not be afraid. Break it into small actions. Ask yourself, what is the next thing I can do? Then do it. You should also remember that your goals may change. As you learn and grow, you may discover that you want something different. That is okay. Changing a goal does not always mean failure. Sometimes it means that you understand yourself better. Your dream life is not a fixed picture. Can change as you grow. What matters is that you continue moving toward a life that is meaningful to you. So, take your dream and make it clear. Write it down. Choose one important goal. Break it into small steps. Give yourself a simple plan. Then begin. Do not wait until everything is perfect. You will learn more as you move forward. And once your goal becomes clear, you need something else to help you reach it every day. You need good habits because your future is built not only by what you want, but also by what you repeatedly do. Build good habits. Once you have a clear goal, the next step is to build habits that move you toward it. A goal tells you where you want to go, but your daily habits help you get there. You may have a big dream, but you cannot reach it by thinking about it once a week. You need small actions that you can repeat every day. For example, if you want to improve your English, you can make English part of your daily routine. Listen to English for a few minutes. Learn some new words. Read a short story. Practice speaking. You do not need to study for 5 hours every day. You simply need to practice regularly. The same idea works for almost every goal. If you want to become better at something, practice it. If you want to become healthier, build healthy daily habits. If you want to save money, learn to control your spending. If you want to become more confident, practice speaking and taking small challenges. Your habits may look small, but they can become powerful over time. Think about brushing your teeth. You do not brush your teeth once and then forget about them for a year. You do it regularly because you know it is important. Good habits work in a similar way. You repeat them until they become a normal part of your life. At first, a new habit may feel difficult. You may forget. You may feel lazy. You may think, I will start tomorrow. But if you continue, the habit becomes easier. One useful way to build a habit is to start very small. Do not tell yourself, "I will study English for 3 hours every day." That may be too difficult to maintain. Instead, say, "I will study English for 10 minutes." 10 minutes may feel easy. Once you begin, you may even continue longer. The most important thing is starting. You can also connect a new habit to something you already do. For example, after breakfast, listen to English for 10 minutes. After dinner, read a few pages. Before bed, learn 5 new words. When a new habit has a place in your daily routine, it can become easier to remember. Another important part of building good habits is removing distractions. Your phone can be useful, but it can also take a lot of your time. You may plan to study for 30 minutes, but then you see a message. You check it, then you open another app, then you watch a video. Suddenly, your 30 minutes are gone. Your dream did not disappear, but your time did. So, when you need to focus, put distractions away. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Put your phone somewhere you cannot easily reach it. Give your goal your full attention for a short period. You should also remember that you will make mistakes. Nobody follows a perfect routine every day. You may miss a day. You may become tired. You may lose motivation. That does not mean you have failed. Do not let one bad day become a bad week. If you miss your habit today, start again tomorrow. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. Imagine planting a small tree. You do not expect it to become a huge tree overnight. You water it regularly. You give it time. Slowly it grows. Your habits are like that tree. Every small action is like giving it water. You may not see a big change immediately, but something is happening. You are becoming better little by little. This is why you should be patient with yourself. Your dream life may take time. Your English may take time. Your skills may take time. Your confidence may take time. Do not compare your beginning with someone else's years of progress. Focus on your own journey. Ask yourself, what can I do today? Then do that small thing. Tomorrow, do it again. Over time, your small habits can create big changes. So choose one habit that supports your dream. Make it simple. Give it a specific time. Remove distractions. Repeat it. If you miss a day, begin again. Remember, your future is being built by what you do today. And once your habits become stronger, there is another important challenge you must learn to handle. Staying consistent even when you do not feel motivated. Stay consistent. Building good habits is a great start, but there will be days when you do not feel motivated. You may wake up tired. You may have a busy day. You may feel like doing nothing. This is normal. Motivation is helpful, but it does not stay with you every day. Some days you feel excited about your goals and other days you do not. This is why consistency is important. Consistency means continuing to take small steps, even when you do not feel excited. Imagine that you want to improve your English. On Monday, you feel motivated. You listen to English for 30 minutes and learn many new words. On Tuesday, you feel less motivated. You only practice for 10 minutes. That is okay. 10 minutes is still better than doing nothing. On Wednesday, you are very busy, so you practice for 5 minutes. That is also okay. The goal is not to have the perfect day every day. The goal is to keep the habit alive. Many people stop because they think small progress is not enough. They want fast results. They want to become fluent quickly. They want to see big changes immediately. But real progress often takes time. When you learn something new, your progress may be difficult to see at first. You may feel like nothing is changing. But if you continue, one day you may look back and realize how much you have improved. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. At the beginning, you may fall or lose balance. You may feel that you will never learn, but you practice again and again. Slowly, your balance becomes better. Then one day you can ride without thinking about every movement. Learning English can be similar. At first, you may understand only simple sentences. You may make mistakes when you speak. You may forget words. But if you continue listening, reading, and speaking, your skills can improve. Do not be afraid of small mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Another important thing is to make your goals easy to remember. You can write your daily habits somewhere you can see it. You can put a small note on your desk. You can use a simple calendar. Every time you complete your habit, mark it. Seeing your progress can encourage you to continue. But if you miss a day, do not become angry with yourself. Simply continue the next day. One missed day does not destroy your progress. What matters is returning to the habit. You should also protect your time. If your goal is important, give it a place in your day. Maybe you practice English in the morning. Maybe you study in the evening. Maybe you read before bed. Choose a time that works for you and try to follow it. When something becomes part of your routine, you do not need to think about it as much. You simply do it. Consistency also means being patient. Your dream life will not be built in 1 week. You may need months or years to reach some goals. That is okay. You are not late. You are building something that takes time. Do not compare your progress with another person. Someone may be ahead of you in one area, while you may be ahead of them in another. Everyone has a different starting point and a different journey. Focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. If you improve a little every day, those small improvements can become meaningful over time. So, when you do not feel motivated, remember your reason. Remember why you started. Remember the person you want to become. Then take one small step. You do not need to feel ready. You only need to begin. Study for 10 minutes. Read 1 page. Practice 1 skill. Finish 1 small task. Then keep going tomorrow. Your dream does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to keep moving. Some days will be easy. Some days will be difficult. Some days you will feel strong. Other days you will feel tired. but every day gives you another chance to continue. Stay patient, stay consistent, keep taking small steps, and as you become more consistent, you will discover another important part of creating your dream life: learning how to use your time and attention wisely, because what you give your attention to every day can shape the future you are building. Use your time wisely. Now that you understand the importance of consistency, you also need to learn how to use your time wisely. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but people use those hours in very different ways. Your time is one of the most valuable things you have because once a moment is gone, you cannot get it back. You can make more money. You can buy new things. You can learn new skills. But you cannot buy yesterday. This is why you should pay attention to how you spend your time every day. Many people lose hours without noticing. They open their phone for a few minutes, watch one video, check one message, and then continue to another video. Before they know it, an hour has passed. The phone is not the enemy, but using it without control can take time away from your goals. If you want to create your dream life, you need to decide what deserves your attention. When you have something important to do, remove distractions for a while. Put your phone away. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Find a quiet place and focus on one task. You do not need to work for many hours without stopping. Even 30 focused minutes can be useful. The important thing is to give your attention to what matters. You should also learn to choose your most important tasks. Every morning, think about the things you need to do. Then choose 2 or 3 important tasks. Do not make a list of 20 things and then feel stressed because you cannot finish everything. Start with what matters most. If learning English is important to you, give it some time every day. If your goal is to start a business, spend time learning and building it. If you want to improve your skills, practice them regularly. Your dream life is built from the things you choose to do repeatedly. You also need to understand that being busy does not always mean being productive. You can spend 10 hours doing many small things and still make little progress. Sometimes, doing one important task with full attention is better than doing 10 things without focus. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I can do today? Then give that task your attention. Another important skill is learning to say no. Your time is limited, so you cannot accept every request, every invitation, and every activity. Sometimes you need to say, I cannot do that today. This does not make you a bad person. It simply means that you understand your priorities. If you say yes to everything, you may have no time left for your own goals. Protecting your time means protecting your future. You should also make time for rest. Creating your dream life does not mean working every minute. You need sleep, breaks, family time, and moments to enjoy life. If you use all your energy today, you may have nothing left for tomorrow. Balance is important. Work when it is time to work. Study when it is time to study. Rest when it is time to rest. Enjoy your life when you have the chance. You do not need to rush every day. You need to move in the right direction. Think about your daily choices. What do you do when you have free time? Do you spend most of it scrolling? Do you learn something useful? Do you practice your skills? Do you talk with people you care about? Do you rest? There is no need to feel guilty about your answers. Just notice them. When you understand where your time goes, you can decide what to change. Maybe you can spend 30 minutes less on your phone and 30 minutes more on your goal. That small change may not feel important today, but repeated every day, it can become a large change over time. Remember, your future is not only created by big decisions. It is created by ordinary choices made every day. What you watch, what you read, what you practice, who you listen to, and how you spend your time can all influence the direction of your life. So protect your time, protect your attention, focus on what matters. Give your goals regular time, but also give yourself time to rest. You do not need to do everything today. You only need to do the right things consistently. When you begin using your time wisely, you create more space to grow. But there is still another challenge. Even when you use your time well, life will sometimes bring problems, mistakes, and unexpected situations. To build your dream life, you must learn how to keep going when things do not go according to plan. Keep going when life gets difficult. Creating your dream life will not always be easy. There will be days when things do not go as planned. You may make a mistake. You may fail at something. You may lose motivation. Someone may tell you that your dream is impossible. You may even start thinking, maybe I should give up. When this happens, remember that difficult moments are a normal part of the journey. You do not need a perfect life to build a better future. You need the courage to continue when things become difficult. Imagine that you are learning English. You practice every day, but sometimes you still make mistakes. You forget words. You may feel nervous when you speak. You may listen to a conversation and understand only some of it. You might think, my English is not improving. But one difficult day does not mean that you are failing. Learning takes time. Every word you learn and every sentence you practice is part of your progress. Instead of saying, I cannot do this, try saying, I cannot do this yet. That small word, yet, can change the way you think. The same idea applies to your bigger dreams. Maybe you want to start a business, but your first idea does not work. Maybe you want to learn a new skill, but you find it difficult. Maybe you apply for a job and do not get it. These experiences can hurt, but they can also teach you something. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Then use that lesson to improve your next step. You should also understand that failure is not the opposite of success. Sometimes failure is part of the road to success. When something does not work, you learn what you need to change. You become more experienced. You understand your mistakes. You become stronger and more prepared. A mistake does not have to become the end of your story. It can become a lesson in your story. There will also be days when other people do not understand your goals. Someone may laugh at your idea. Someone may say that you are wasting your time. Someone may tell you to choose an easier path. Listen to advice when it is useful, but do not allow every opinion to control your future. You know your goals better than everyone else. If your dream is important to you, keep working toward it with patience and wisdom. At the same time, do not be afraid to change your plan. Staying committed does not mean doing the exact same thing forever. Sometimes your plan is not working, and you need to try another way. Your destination can stay the same while your path changes. If one door closes, look for another opportunity. If one method does not work, learn a new method. Keep moving forward. You also need to take care of yourself during difficult times. When you feel tired, rest. When you feel confused, slow down and think. When you need help, talk to someone you trust. You do not have to solve every problem alone. Strong people also ask for help. Strength does not mean never having problems. It means learning how to face problems and continue. Remember why you started. Think about the future you want. Think about the person you are trying to become. Then focus on the next small step. You do not need to solve your whole future today. You only need to move forward one step at a time. Some days you will move quickly. Some days you will move slowly. That is okay. Progress is still progress. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep improving. And when life becomes difficult, do not immediately give up on yourself. Your dream life is not built only during easy days. It is also built during the difficult days when you choose to continue. So, be patient with yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Change your plan when necessary. Protect your energy. Keep your eyes on your goal and take the next step. Because sometimes, the difference between giving up and reaching your dream is simply deciding to continue one more day. Believe in yourself. One of the most important parts of creating your dream life is learning to believe in yourself. You can have a great goal, a good plan, and strong habits, but if you always tell yourself that you cannot do it, moving forward becomes much harder. Believing in yourself does not mean thinking that you are perfect. It means understanding that you can learn, improve, and become better with time. Maybe today you do not have all the skills you need. That is okay. You can learn them. Maybe you are not confident today. That is okay too. Confidence can grow through practice and experience. Think about learning English. At first, you may be afraid to speak because you worry about making mistakes. You may think other people will laugh at you. But if you never speak, you never give yourself the chance to improve. Start with simple sentences. Speak slowly. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Every time you practice, you become a little more comfortable. One day, you may look back and realize that something that once felt difficult has become normal. This is how confidence grows. It grows when you take action. Do not wait until you feel completely confident before you begin. Begin and confidence can come later. You should also stop comparing your journey with other people's journeys. You may see someone who is successful and think, they are much better than me. but you usually see their results, not all the years of work behind those results. You do not know how many mistakes they made. You do not know how many times they failed. You do not know how long they practiced before people noticed them. Everyone starts somewhere. Your job is not to become another person. Your job is to become a better version of yourself. Look at where you were yesterday. Ask yourself, what can I improve today? Maybe you can learn one new word. Maybe you can practice one skill. Maybe you can finish one small task. These small improvements matter. You should also be careful about the words you use when talking to yourself. If you make a mistake, do not tell yourself, I am useless. Instead, say, I made a mistake, but I can learn from it. If something is difficult, do not say, I will never learn this. Say, this is difficult, but I can improve with practice. Your thoughts can influence your actions. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems. It means looking at problems with a realistic and hopeful mind. You can admit that something is difficult while still believing that you can work through it. Another important part of believing in yourself is keeping promises to yourself. If you say, I will practice English for 10 minutes, try to do it. If you say, I will read tonight, read a few pages. Every time you keep a small promise to yourself, you build trust in yourself. You begin to think, I can depend on myself. That feeling is powerful. You do not need to make huge promises. Start small and keep them. Your dream life will require patience. There may be moments when you doubt yourself. That is normal. Even confident people have difficult days. When doubt appears, remember your progress. Think about what you have already learned. Think about the challenges you have already survived. You have probably done difficult things before, even if you do not always remember them. Use those experiences as proof that you can keep learning and growing. Believe in your ability to improve. Believe that your effort has value. Believe that your future can be better than your present. But do not just believe. Take action. Belief becomes stronger when you see yourself making progress. Every small action is evidence that you are moving forward. So, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel completely ready. Start with what you have. Learn what you need to learn. Practice what you need to practice. Make mistakes and continue. Your dream life will not be created by confidence alone, but confidence can give you the courage to take the next step. Believe in yourself, be patient with yourself, and keep moving forward. You are still learning, and your story is still being written. And now, there is one final thing you need to remember. Your dream life is not only about reaching a destination. It is also about becoming the person who can enjoy and maintain the life you build. Start building your dream life today. Now you know that creating your dream life takes time. You need a clear goal. You need good habits. You need consistency. You need to use your time wisely. You need to keep going when life becomes difficult. And most importantly, You need to believe that you can learn and improve. But there is one final lesson. You need to start. It is easy to listen to a motivational video and feel excited for a few minutes. You may think, tomorrow, I will change everything. But after you wake up, the same old habits may return. That is why your next action is more important than your excitement. Do something today. Make it small, but make it real. If you want to improve your English, practice today. If you want to read more, read a few pages. If you want to build a new skill, spend some time learning it. If you have a business idea, write it down and take the first step. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need a perfect plan. You need action. Remember, your dream life is not created in one big moment. It is created through hundreds and thousands of small choices. Every morning gives you another chance to choose your direction. You can choose to waste your time, or you can use some of it to build your future. You can choose to give up after one mistake, or you can learn and continue. You can choose to compare yourself with other people, or you can focus on your own progress. You can choose to wait for the perfect moment, or you can begin with what you have today. Your future may not look exactly like you imagine now, and that is okay. As you grow, your dreams may change. You may discover new interests. You may find new opportunities. You may change your goals. The important thing is to keep learning about yourself and keep moving toward a life that feels meaningful to you. Do not rush your journey. Some things take time. A skill takes time to develop. Confidence takes time to grow. A business takes time to build. A strong relationship takes time. A successful YouTube channel takes time too. You cannot plant a seed today and demand a tree tomorrow. You have to give it water, sunlight, care, and time. Your dreams are similar. Give them effort. Give them patience. Give them consistency. And give yourself time to grow. There will be days when you feel proud of yourself. There will also be days when you feel disappointed. Both kinds of days are part of life. Do not let one bad day make you forget your long-term goal. If you fall behind, start again. If you make a mistake, learn. If you become tired, rest. Then continue when you are ready. Your dream life does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to keep moving. So, think about your dream one more time. What kind of person do you want to become? What skill do you want to learn? What goal matters most to you? What is one small thing you can do today? Choose that one thing and do it. Then tomorrow take another step. Slowly, your habits will become stronger. Your skills will improve. Your confidence will grow. And one day, you may look back and realize that the life you wanted started with a very small decision. It started when you decided to stop waiting. It started when you chose to believe in yourself. It started when you took one small step. Your dream life is not somewhere far away. It is being built by the choices you make today. So keep learning. Keep working. Keep resting when you need to. Keep believing in yourself. Keep improving one day at a time. And never forget that progress does not have to be fast to be real. One small step today can become a big change tomorrow. Thank you for spending this time with me and learning English through this journey. If this video helped you improve your English or gave you a little motivation, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is also learning English. Your support helps this channel grow and helps more learners discover simple and useful English lessons. Your dream is possible, your journey is yours, and your next step starts today.